Yes, boss. You see the topic, man. Going through trauma and abuse will light a fire within you. If you never heard of that before, I'm going to run that, make it real easy, real nice, real suave for you, man. So here's the deal. I know a lot of people have heard some people say, I used to go through abuse, whether in childhood, through their household, or through classmates, or whatever the case may be. I'm going to tell you like this. Abuse and trauma is something that's felt worldwide. It's just what you do with it as a person that allows you to rise above that. You get what I'm saying? Now, and I'm going to tell you this as well. This may sound kind of weird. I'm not going to say this in a negative aspect, so take it how you want to. You get what I'm saying? Abuse is a bad thing. Yes, it is, right? But listen to what I just said. Going through trauma and abuse will light a fire within you. You feel me? So I'm not going to say abuse is a good thing. No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is from abuse, you kind of get like a gift out of that. You feel me? And I'm going to explain that to you. When you go through abuse or you go through trauma, you're going through like a rocky situation, a turbulent time. You get what I'm saying? You're uncomfortable. You're unsettled. In whatever way. Let's say you're in a relationship and in your relationship you're getting abused, right? You're not in a healthy relationship. You're in a rocky relationship. Throughout you being in that rocky relationship, you could have something that basically takes you away from all of that abuse or that trauma. You get what I'm saying? It could be you're a person who's artistic. You like to draw. You could be a person who, I like to work on cars. I'm going to build me a car or something. You get what I'm saying? Through abuse and trauma, if you have an outlet that can light a fire within you, or that can cause you to get into a creative mode or something, or get involved in some form of endeavor or hobby or something that can take you away from that pain. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not going to sit here and say, once again, abuse is good. No, it's not. But from abuse, you get something out of that if you use it the right way. You get a fire lit within you. And I'm going to tell you just like this. There's a lot of people who've went through abuse in different ways, and they've turned that pain and made it into power. I'll give you an example. People may not know this. Drew Brees, the quarterback, right? Drew Brees played for originally the San Diego Chargers. Drew Brees, if I'm not mistaken, he used to get picked on and bullied because he had a birthmark in his face. You feel me? And everybody knows this as well. Drew Brees is a small quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So Drew Brees being a quarterback who, okay, you went through bullying as a young kid. You did a lot of they call it again, a lot of football playing. But despite that, even his own teammates used to bully him. Google this and look this up if you think it's a joke, right? Undersized, you getting bullied. Your face is weird because you got a birthmark in your face. He'll get tried. Even as a quarterback, the quarterback is the leader of the team. He still would get tried. Guess what happened? Drew Brees going through all of the trauma or whatever the case that he went through, he still went on to being one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history, right? Led the New Orleans Saints to a Super Bowl and gave them like literally the city hope during the time of them going through Katrina. Like, even though that's just a one small stint, I'll give you another one. Very common. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, everybody knows this. Michael Jackson used to get abused a lot as a kid. And I'm going to say this, I'm saying all of that to lead up to something. You feel me? When people get abused, right? I'm going to go back into Michael Jackson. When people get abused, right? You have to understand it's what they do with the abuse that makes it worse, or they made it better, or they took the edge off of it. Michael Jackson used to get his ass bust by his daddy. His daddy used to push him. His daddy used to abuse him. His daddy did a number of things on him. But take a pin and stick it right there. If Michael Jackson never got abused, if his father never did certain shit to him, the world would have never known who Michael Jackson is. Stop and think about that. Through people going through abuse and trauma, it allows them to unlock something within them. Oh, I really found myself, or I found my how could you call it, my niche, or what I'm good at. I'm not saying some people deserve an ass whooping to get to that point, but what I'm saying is when you're in an unstable or an uncomfortable environment, that's what can lead you to your finest hour. Give you another example. Ike and Tina Turner. If Ike wasn't doing certain shit to Tina, Tina would have never hit all of those vocals or never did certain things or gave people those classics after classics. Give you another example. Mary J. Blige. When Mary J. Blige was going through all of them abuses and rocky relationships, guess what? That led to her putting out some of her best friggin' music. You ever realize that? Whenever some people are going through something traumatic, it doesn't have to be something severe like, yo, you're getting bullied or you're getting beat on or whatever the case may be. You could be in a traumatic situation that you need something to get you to the next level. You get what I'm saying? And in those moments in time, that's where you either can discover yourself, discover what you truly love. You get what I'm saying? And you can use that and share it with the world. You feel me? If Michael Jackson would have never got abused and went through all of those things, how would we have gotten Stranger in Moscow, Billie Jean, Dirty Diana? All of these were based off of experiences that he put into his creativity with his music. You get what I'm saying? Same thing with Ike Turner. Ike and Tina Turner. Ike and Tina. Ike used to abuse Tina. Tina used all of that whatever, put it into her music, made classic after classic. Give you another person that you never probably thought of, right? Look at Gerald Green. If you don't know who Gerald Green is, Gerald Green was basically one of the best high school basketball players coming out. Got drafted out of high school, I think, or did he play 1 year of high school, 1 year of college, or whatever the case may be? He was a first round pick. Used to get bullied as a child. You get what I'm saying? Won the McDonald's Superstar competition. Won the Slam Dunk competition. I would say this, he's still a decent NBA player. He may have not been like a big time superstar, but he was still a fantabulous NBA player. He used to get bullied as a child. What I'm saying is when people go through these different traumas, they can apply that pain into whatever. That fire lit them to, you know what? I used to get abused so much. I don't wanna be here anymore. I'm gonna use my music and my creativity and my talent to get me out of here. Yo, I used to get bullied for playing basketball. I'm gonna work on my skills and become one of the best players out there. And guess what? That's what's gonna lead to me getting drafted. Drew Brees. I used to get bullied for having a scar on my face. I was a short quarterback. Guess what? I'm gonna use that and make a name for myself. I got injured. I'm still gonna go back out there and give it all I got and win a Super Bowl. These are things you have to understand. When you go through pain, pain can be turned into power, depending on how you use it. Once you have that power and you harness it, you hone in on that power and you use it for something greater, it can open up a lot more for you. And it can actually show you what you're capable of doing. You feel me? Because something that some people don't really like sit back and look into is when you go through like being abused or in a traumatic situation, you're in those situations and you can end up turning into what you've been through. You get what I'm saying? You can end up being in that state for too long and actually staying stagnant. Oh, I became a victim of, I was abused, so now I'm an abuser. Or I used to get picked at, so now it's like it caused me to move a certain kind of way. You have to understand that that's the purpose of pain and trauma sometimes. To actually, especially if somebody's inflicting it on you. You get what I'm saying? It's to either keep you stagnant, break your spirit, whatever the case may be. Or you could use that to push you to another level. Give you another example. Famous boxer Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson got picked on. You feel me? And I think they said the situation that turned him into what he is now, somebody bullied him for his pet pigeon that he had, took the pigeon, killed the pigeon, and that's what unlocked him to doing what it is that he does. So you got to understand something. In life, everybody's story is different. Using pain and abuse and trauma and turning it into something great can lead you to somewhere beautiful in life, dog. It's just you have to believe in it and you have to work on it. You feel me? So give you another example into that, right? Look at who was it? I already covered Michael Jackson, Drew Brees, all types of celebrities. Put it like this, man. There's a lot of people who have endured something that was meant to break them or tear them down or make them stray, go off the deep end. I don't believe in myself, but a lot of people are still standing. You have to understand this. when you're still standing after going through something abusive, traumatic, something meant to keep you holding on to the past or whatever, and you still move forward, that shows that you're damn near a monster, bro. You can't be stopped. So even if you might have not gotten to the place that you may have wanted to, who's to say you can't get there tomorrow? Or, you feel me, that it won't happen next month or next year? There's more out there. And no matter how much you may feel like, yo, me going through what I went through, it cost me a lot of time. You can get something given back to you in a different kind of a way, dog. It's just you have to have faith. You have to believe in it. You have to work towards it. But no matter if you went through something abusive, traumatic, you used to get bullied a lot, people counted you out, that doesn't mean that you can't turn that stuff around tomorrow. It doesn't mean that the sun ain't gonna shine no more. It will. It's just you're in a dark place at that time, and you have to fight to get out of it. And when you fight to get out of it, you unlock something new. Not only that fire from within, but knowing how resilient you are. You know how many times I done went through certain shit that was meant to break me, or I told you this, I could have committed suicide years ago, dog. I'm still here from different situations. What I went through with my mom, people who I thought were my friends, people who threatened my life, like all type of shit like that, and I'm still here. So what I'm telling you is this: no matter if you feel like the abuse or the trauma you went through is gonna break you, that's just to show you who you are and what you're really made of. You feel me? Because downright, if some people went through the things that you went through, they probably wouldn't even be able to stand up correctly or even think straight. You get what I'm saying? So just remember this: not all abuse is like saying it's a bad thing. Abuse is bad, but it's all about perception in life. It's how you look at the situation. Yo, I used to get bullied. Now I'm strong enough that you can't bully me. That's a win. Yeah, it sucked you used to get bullied, but guess what? You got resilience now. You know what it's like. You know what you don't want to go back to. You feel me? Yo, I used to get used a lot. People used to size me on this, or they only call me whenever they need me for this. Now you learn how to put up boundaries and make people respect you or stand on whatever it is that they said. You got to understand that it's a tale of two halves. Like, never let anybody write your story for you. You be the one to write that. If somebody feel like they can have the final say so on you, that's where you double back and you say no, you don't. You get what I'm saying? You got to know what it is that you want out of life and fight for what it is that you want. Don't be a lay down individual. Just because you went through something that was traumatic, I'm not saying that it wasn't rough or it wasn't tough, but don't let that break you, or don't let that be like the final end all be all for you. You get what I'm saying? Boss up, seek God, seek therapy, seek help, fight for what it is that you want and what you believe in. You get what I'm saying? But just remember this, dog. Like, when you go through abuse and you make it out, you didn't necessarily lose. You actually got a big W. You feel me? Because one, some people, they cannot go through that. Two, some people know for a fact that what they put you through or what you probably been through was screwed up. But a lot of people wouldn't even make it out of that to even move correctly or do the things that they want to do, or find a new love for life, or something new that they want to look forward to. You get what I'm saying? You just got to take it in stride and just, feel me, just take the good with the bad. You feel me? That being said, remember this: words can help you, they can hurt you, but here on my channel, I use them to uplift you, because everybody's a champion, nobody's a loser, man. 444 the world. Peace.